Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is April 22nd, 2025, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, U.S. markets tumble again, but it's different this time. We're going to go into it. But first, looking at today, no major economic events scheduled. However, we do have corporate earnings for Tesla coming out today, so that's a major event. Now looking at the market, starting out with the Forex symbols, the euro kind of stalls at its resistance level. GBP finally catches up. And lastly, the Japanese yen is on key support. Now looking at the indices, yes, they tumbled, but in pre-market they did bounce this morning, and we're seeing a shift there. Now looking at commodities, gold sells off, while oil pretty much unchanged. And looking at the stocks, they're really on key levels, and we're going to go into it one by one. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin continues to gain despite the market sell-off. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Euro USD. Yes, it pushed higher just a little bit, but it stalled, right? And it's stalling at this level as the dollar is getting a little bit stronger. Now, I would like to see the markets get stronger in the US before I say, hey, the dollar is going to get stronger again. But this was the ABC move, right? And it's at the top of that ABC move. And I do expect some sort of correction around this area. Now, jumping into the GBP USD, that one finally played catch up and pushed even higher to its resistance level. That, in a sense, was the easiest trade because we saw the euro get to it first, and then the GBP followed, and that was just a clear indication that, you know, we are topping out here on these two Forex symbols. And looking at the Japanese yen, this is super important. We're looking at a weekly chart. So this is super, super important. Yes, we do have a crossover from the red to the blue. That means the 8-day crossed over the blue line, which is a bearish formation, okay? But relatively, with the Japanese yen, it's usually a very tighter type of trade. So with that said, we are on multi-level support. If we break this 140, and we break it with some movement and some momentum, yes, we do have support at 137, but then we could get back to this 127-ish level, which is really just historic. Okay, so just keep an eye on this because this can develop into something really, you know, truly fantastic, even that we're in this current situation. Now, I do expect to bounce, and the question not whether or not we're going to get that bounce later today. That is something to anticipate. Now, looking at gold, we did sell off here from 34.97 down to 37.100. Okay, again, it's just taking profits off of the table. We're still in a strong upwards momentum. Yes, we can stall. Yes, we can take it easy because this has also been an ABC move as well. Now, looking at the U.S. markets, which is super interesting, looking at the Dow Jones yesterday, we actually sold off continuously yesterday over 900 points. And then this morning, we're getting a bounce. And so this is really very crucial because this area is going to give us an indication whether or not we're going to continue the sell-off or we're going to at least pause for now and consolidate in this area. Now, looking at the NASDAQ, doing the same thing as well. However, let's take a look at the individual stocks because some are on key levels. Mentioned Meta right here on supporters level of 484. It did sell off. Okay, so it does want to bounce off at this level. If you looked at Microsoft, also close to its supporters level. Okay, very, very close to it. And that is also moving lower. JP Morgan showed some strength last week after corporate earnings, so it didn't sell off. Okay, so this might be something that actually moves to the upside. Now, Netflix was green on the day yesterday. It was actually up on a day that the market was down over 900 points. There may be some money being funneled into Netflix, which will cause it to continuously go higher. Now, it does have resistance at 996, so keep that in mind as well as this continues to trade, all right? So we've got a lot of things going on the table, and many of them are on key-ish level. Now, Tesla's coming out with its corporately earning reports today at $227, also on a key support level. Do want to see it bounce off of that if it's going to show some strength. And lastly, and not leastly, Bitcoin showing some strength in this market that's selling off green for a second day. As that continued to push higher, we are at resistance-ish level, at least on a 4-hour chart. If we push higher, we could be back above 90K, which would be very exciting in this sell-off market that Bitcoin keeps on going higher. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.